2 years ago, we went to Athens University, A.K.A. the Athens Mental Asylum that they converted into a university. And we were exploring the old buildings and whatnot, and we did a video on the cemetery.
Well, we were exploring outside the buildings. We couldn't really get in there.
We get to one certain building, right smack dab in the middle of the courtyard. Or, yeah, the walkway, so to speak. Because when you walk down from the administration office down the hill, there's still an old remnants of the Athens Mental Asylum. You can't get into it anymore. Of course, asbestos is a very common thing in old buildings. And
probably mold in it too.
Yeah, probably mold. And you had to be escorted by a fire marshal in order to get in this place, which is super extremely hard to do.
I also heard they are in the process of remodeling, so that could be part of the reason why you can't get in there.
Yeah, they're about to turn this into a coffee shop. That's no joke, actually.
Entertaining, but okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, we get to one certain building, and we've been taking photos all day around this place, and you come across something that stopped you dead in your tracks.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I stopped Tim. I said, Tim, come here. And I pointed up to the window. And what Tim see?
Tim?
Yeah. Jerry really didn't see it. He was walking by and someone tried to flash on him.
Yeah.
When I looked up there, I actually had, I believe it was your phone?
It was my phone.
Yeah, it was Jerry's phone.
Yeah, I had Jerry's phone. I snapped a picture in that window. I could see it live, but I wanted the picture. Yeah, definitely something was there. We can make out a whole face of that photo later on.
So,
They had really bad powers too.
this thing, when you struck eye to eye with it, you just froze solid. And the next thing I hear is, Tim, look in the window, take a photo. You take a photo, and there appears to be a figure,
A face.
in the window.
Yeah.
And this is not a humbling experience at all afterwards.
No.
You're very vocal as a person. And after you experience that, we start walking.
Well, for him to even be able to walk, I had to stand between him and that entity so that it would break the focus on him.
Yeah. So we start walking down the brick road. It is still brick road down there. We start walking down. We get to the car. At this point, it is pouring down rain at the university. And oddly enough, I think it's some sort of reunion of a class or something on that particular day.
I thought it was a football game.
It was either, I think it was a reunion, because a football game you would hear like a loud crowd and whatnot.
It might have been like a pep rally for a football game, or like a graduation or something, or like a reunion.
But so we get back to the car, pouring down rain, and I start driving down 33, I believe, 33, and you're just in utter silence as we're going through this heavy rainstorm. And I ask you, what's wrong? What is wrong? And you go, nothing. One word.
Fine.
Yeah, nothing. I'm fine. This ain't like Jerry.
No.
Not at all.
No.
Sitting in the front seat.
Frozen solid.
And what's weird is that the sky was very ominous that night as well. Very pitch black.
The only other time I remember a sky like that is that Moonville Cemetery.
Yeah. When you notice like a dark force just surrounding the sky, it was weird too, because
Soon we left Athens, it stopped raining.
yeah, it was like a border of rain that we went through. And once we got out of the rain,
We couldn't get him to shut up.
yeah, we're good. It was a stranglehold from the apparition that had a hold of you. And I can't picture what the hell you were thinking.
I just remember staring straight ahead, and I heard you guys talking and everything. I just stood sitting straight like nothing. I didn't know what happened until we got to your house.
I do know when I stood between him and that entity tried to, I just want to mediate. I have some inner demons and Native American beliefs. I can feel it. I can feel it.
There's a very prominent spiritual world that exists in that particular facility. Dating back to about maybe 1889, from then on to 1993, there's hard to tell how many deaths and how many evil occurrences and experiments happened in that facility.
Wasn't that also when tuberculosis was around? Wasn't that one?
There was a tuberculosis wing. There were several kids that were dropped off because there was a couple of times where the family didn't even want them, or they couldn't afford them during the time.
We went to the graveyard too.
Yeah, heck, dude, even husbands would literally drop their wives off saying, "Oh, she's crazy. She won't stop talking," and would literally drop them off in the mental asylum. That's how bad it was back in the day. So to have an evil presence there is more than likely going to happen.
Yeah. But that's not just your average evil either.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows about the story about the blood-stained floor from the woman that died there and her corpse laid for months on end. The stain still exists to this very day in that building.
But this ain't just you saw a ghost or something. This was something that
Had more power than a ghost.
it was trying to lock onto the soul and basically take control of the soul.
Yeah. So, another thing too, after we get back to the house, I have to perform a cleansing ritual. Rose oil and
Sage.
okay, so the very next night, I'm at work, and Annette sees the exact same figure that was in Athens in our house, this very house that we're sitting in currently. She had to perform another cleansing ritual to get rid of him. And that was terrifying in itself.
She woke up and saw it.
Staring at her foot of the bed.
Piercing red eyes. Piercing red. It's something you don't toy with. It really isn't. And you can't mock it, because then it latches onto you even more.
Well, we wasn't even trying to mock at it. We were, we wasn't adding nothing on there. We were just walking.
Well, the thing was, the day before we went to that one ground that had a witch's tree.
That was the very same day.
Yeah.
That was when I trapped down.
Yeah.
I touched that witch's tree.
That was right there at Union Cemetery, over there by Baroque. But
I touched the witch's tree, and that's probably why I got it.
Well, this has been an episode of Real Ghost Stories. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Please subscribe to the Punkcraft channel. Please hit that notification bell. And thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.